makeup. Makeup! I'm not a huge makeup person, never really have been, but what I am is a person that doesn't like to spend money on makeup. It's a huge part of being a reporter. You have to put your face on for the day, is what I like to say, and it has to last. I do my makeup at 8 o'clock in the morning, and if I'm on at 5 or 6, I still gotta look good. So I've tried a lot of products. I've splurged on makeup, I've went cheap on makeup. So this will be a great video for you if you're like, should I splurge on this or should I be cheap on this? Makeup is so ridiculously expensive. So it's like, why spend a certain amount of money on something that's not really worth it? So what I have learned is what to spend your money on and what to be cheap on. So to start a makeup routine, you gotta have a nice clean face, whether you get out of the shower or just wash it. I like to use a daily moisturizer. This one's been really great for me. I've had a nice lightweight moisturizer for the morning. At night, after I get home and take all my makeup off, I love Pond's. People may not have known this brand. It's kind of like my mom's brand, as I like to say, because she introduced it to me and my sister. And we were thinking, nobody else uses this but us, but it is an incredible moisturizer and makeup remover. So I use that at night because it's more of a thicker daily moisturizer. The first product I put on my face is a primer. Now, I was super skeptical about primer. I was like, this is just a marketing ploy by makeup companies to try and make you spend $40 on something that you think works and you think is great and will keep your makeup on your face. And I was like, there's no way I'm spending money on this. It works. I'll wear my makeup some days without primer and I feel it melting off. I'll feel it just out of place and kind of miscolored. And then when I actually use the primer, I use the Smashbox Original Photo Finish Smooth and Blur. And it just feels better to have like a layer over the gross foundation you have on all day. And I feel like it does kind of protect my skin. It's worth it. Pay the extra money, get some primer. I've tried the e.l.f. primer too to cheap out on it, and that just doesn't work too well. So I just put it all over the face, just put a nice pea size. I get my pores really great because that is like my problem area. I have massive pores, massive pores. Next, I think is the most important step, the concealer and the foundation. I've gone cheap with concealer and foundation. I've gone wicked expensive with concealer and foundation. And what I found is, you get what you pay for. Unfortunately, this is another product you should splurge on just because it's the foundation. It's what seeps into your pores. It's what's on your face all day. It's the concealer that covers up these bags under my gross eyes. So it's important to have good products for that. I think spending my money on these products are worth it. I use two concealers. One is the Tarte Shape Tape. This is like one of the most popular ones. I got it last year and it's lasted me a year and it works pretty well. It covers what you need under your eyes, the chin, the problem areas. It really holds up and it's perfect for my skin tone. But then recently I've tried the Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer by IT Cosmetics. I think this one's better. Just because it brightens under my eyes more than the Tarte Shape Tape. What I really want you to look at throughout this whole makeup video is my pores because they look huge right now. You can see the imperfections, it's fine. I've always been like that, I don't care. Because this makeup covers it and it makes them look so matte, so clean. All you need for concealer is just a really small dab because I only put it under my eyes. And you gotta remember with makeup, a little bit goes a long way. And I'm cheap and I want my makeup to last as long as possible. A little under my eye. See, it's like a weird kind of like elasticy liquid. It's kind of awesome. Like some people won't like that, but I love it because it really makes me feel like it's right there and it's staying right there because this is the problem area. My eyes are really dark underneath and this just brightens it up but also covers the redness and the grossness. So I got the concealer on and now it's for foundation. I have tried the cheap foundation, the powder foundation, the skin helping foundation, almost every foundation you could possibly think of. And I will have to say, you gotta splurge. Foundation, you get what you pay for. But what I've learned is if you spend the money on foundation It's going to last you a lot longer. You don't really feel it on your face, which I love because I hate the feeling of having pounds and pounds of makeup or just having something on my face all day. And the color. The color really does match your skin if you get the right one, and that's one thing I love. So what do I have here? I have the Lancome, ooh, wow. Never really actually read the bottle of what the name of it was. Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear. Super French, but super great. I would have bought another one of these, but the Ulta I went to didn't have Lancome. So I tried the Tarte face tape, and I am so glad I did. I picked it up and I was like, I like the concealer, let's try the foundation. And it is awesome. It pretty much rivals this one. I would say these are like equal in awesomeness. I put it on and it doesn't feel like I'm wearing makeup all day. Again, huge one for me. Coloring, perfect color, goes on nice and easy, is great. And it just is full coverage. It lasts all day and I can't feel it. Love it. That's exactly what I want in a foundation. And then I tried Born This Way by Too Faced. I feel like everyone has like heard of this one because it's kind of been popular recently, and it's my winter shade. I liked it. It wasn't my favorite. One thing, you could feel it. I could feel like I had makeup on come like 5 o'clock. I was like, oh my God, give me a makeup wipe. I need to get this off my skin. For today, I'm going to use the Tarte Face Tape. Just a little bit on my hand, and I kind of just put it everywhere. Nose, forehead, chin, just put it everywhere. I'm like a mosaic of foundation and concealer. So for the utensils, the tools, okay, well, I use one of these like makeup blender thingies. I got them at Marshall's. They're like $4 for $1, and they also say RT on them. So I was like, yep, I gotta do it. My initials, you know? But I also use some brushes. I think personally you don't have to spend money on a beauty blender that's $20. Like, that is so ridiculous. I got 4 for $12, so $3 each. You can find that anywhere, like Marshall's, TJ Maxx. They have some awesome makeup deals for like really good products, so I would check that out. But for brushes, I got these 10 bucks on Amazon, like a bunch of them. So I just dab it all in. Just kind of go throughout my face, make it look nice and even. You know, this is weird not doing it in the mirror. And then see if I can focus it. And then really want to get the eyes nice. And like, even though the concealer's a weird consistency, it blends really nice too. I kind of just go all around. Like in every nook and cranny. Yeah, you just kind of dab it on up. I like to use some bronzer. So I just use a Too Faced bronzer I got from like TJ Maxx. It's like kind of like a sample size one. With bronzer, it's a little different because good bronzer is awesome, but you can find it cheap. Like this I bought like a year ago, and I think it was like $12 for just like a mini set. So with bronzer, I would say get the good stuff cheap. Pretty much with all makeup, do that. So what I do is I take like kind of like an edged brush, and I just go like this. This also smells like chocolate, and it smells so good, and I love it. So then all I do is I just go on my cheekbones, make like this with your mouth. I just go like that, and then go up above a little bit. This is where, I guess, from YouTube videos, you're supposed to go like this kind of motion with bronzer. So I do that. I just do my cheekbones, like this is my cheekbone, so I do it like underneath-ish. And then I do my chin to my jawline to make me look like I have a nice contoured jawline. I kind of throw it everywhere, to be honest. Let's just throw it everywhere. Then I use a translucent powder on my face, and I will admit it, full on admit, I was super anti-translucent powder when we've heard about it. First coming out, and people were obsessed with it. Like, this is the Laura Mercier translucent powder that everyone's obsessed with. I was like, come on, it's powder. What can it do for my face? Is it really worth it? Like, it's $40 for this thing, you know? I'm gonna try it because my skin is very oily. It's dry in the morning and oily at night. It's like the worst combo, but this stuff works. Gotta admit, you splurge on this if you're doing your makeup every single day and you want that matte feeling. Even if you're going out and you want that matte feeling, it soaks up all the oil from the makeup, from your skin, and really leaves your pores just matte. Flawless, flawless. So what I do with the translucent powder, I bake it. Learned that term from YouTube. videos, and Kylie Jenner, honestly. So what you do is flat end of the beauty blender, just dump it in the powder so it looks nice like that. And then I just put it directly on my pores and like hold it down there, see? And like you bake it. So you just like stick it in there and give it a minute to like soak up all the oils. Again, for this side, I don't use too much of it, but I guess that does look like it's a lot. Right in my pores, get in there. I want these bad boys looking matte. And they do, it's insane. Bake it, baking. Let's have some fun with it, you know? Woo! To fill in my eyebrows, I actually use a dark eyeshadow. I got this Smashbox, like super dark brown eyeshadow at Marshall's or Nordstrom Rack, I think, for like $6. And I was like, all right, looks good. And it matches my eyebrows perfectly. Eyebrows, I don't think you should splurge on at all. And I just dab it a little bit. This thing's gonna last me like 50 years because I barely use it and it's barely even gone. Just put a little bit and then just start. It's hard to talk and do this. And just like make it look good. That's the only, like I like to make it nice and square and then over. Fill it in a little bit. It's not too much because my eyebrows are already super dark as it is. I use a black and a white eyeliner. White really does brighten my eyes. I have small eyes as it is, so I like to put the white underneath my eyes and then the black underneath my top eyelid. For eyeliners, don't splurge. There's no need to spend money on this. They're really no difference from the high-end brand to the low-end brand. Then you continue with the eyes, and I do eyeshadow. Ooh. So yes, I use Kylie. This is the only product I have of hers. I'm not a big lipstick person, and it's actually awesome. The colors are beautiful, the pigments are great, and the shadows just stay on your eyes all day. It actually is worth it. So what I would say with eyeshadows is buy a big palette. Kind of splurge, kind of be cheap is what I like to say. It's probably gonna last me forever. Like I'll probably never buy another eyeshadow thing for at least like 3 years. It's just a really nice bronze and golds and honey. I go like this, get a little white, get a little brown, and then just go all over my eye. Like all over it. I go between this pretty one, as you can tell, the ones I use, you can tell, this one and this one. And so a lot of times this makeup too, it like falls off your eyelid a little bit, but it kind of is like acts as highlighter too, you know? On the eyelid, you know? And then I do use just another little brush and I use the darker kind of shimmer right on the crease line. So a darker shimmer because I like to be sparkly. And I just go like right there. I gotta watch. Just go like that. So if you notice, I didn't use a primer for my eyelids that probably cost $30 from Urban Decay, and everyone says they rave about it. But honestly, I use a primer on my face anyway. Why do I need a separate eyeshadow primer? I have to say, I've never tried it, so I just don't use it. I don't think I need it. If I use primer once, I think I'm good. My eyeshadow lasts all day. Again, I don't do anything super crazy or super different, so this works for me. And that's what you gotta really find with makeup is what works for you, be confident in it, and find those good products that you love. Then you move on to a liquid eyeliner. I used to use the e.l.f. one that was like literally $2 a bottle, and that didn't work well. So with eyeliner, I say splurge a little bit. Go for this Sephora one was $12, has lasted me 6 months. It's worth it to do that rather than the $2 e.l.f. one because that just comes off instantly and it just looks bad during the day. This eyeliner, I don't know how I'm gonna film this and put it on because this takes a lot of focus and precision that I don't have. It's dark, but not too dark. It's thick. but not too thick. Last is the final step of mascara. So mascara, I do not think you should splurge on mascara at all. I think the expensive ones don't really work that great, and the drugstore ones work awesome. Again, if you want to splurge, go ahead. But I don't think it's worth it. I use the Voluminous Lash Paradise. This one kind of looks like Better Than Sex from Too Faced that people are obsessed with. And I've seen that one and I've used it. It works great, but I think this one works exactly like it. It looks like it, the brush looks like it, and it's $7 compared to like $30. So worth it to use this one. This one I use a lot, you can tell. It's Illegal Length by Maybelline. This one really separates them. It makes them look bright and longer, like literally extends them. Highlighter, don't splurge on, unless you love it. Oh, lipstick. I don't really do lipstick. I hate the feeling. I haven't found a good one I like. I just don't like lipstick, so I don't wear it. My face. Makeup done for the day. I like to keep my makeup simple, easy, and natural. Being on air, you do have to have over-the-top makeup. HD makeup is what they do say sometimes too. But for me, I also want to be myself. And for me, it's natural, just kind of accentuates my face the way I think it does. And this is just through trial and error of me working with products, using different products, trying things out. That's the best part about makeup, is there's so much out there that it's fun just to try around and see what you like. But stay cheap, be as cheap as possible. And if you don't have to, good for you. But you can splurge on some things and be cheap on others and still look beautiful and magnificent as you possibly can. If you have any comments or you have any suggestions, please comment below, because I love suggestions. If you think I'm wrong, let me know. Love to hear that. And if you have any other products that you suggest, would love to hear about it. Comment below and hope you enjoyed.